Why does the most innocent game of all time end with this? Abominable snowman slash Yeti enthusiast Professor Jelly here, and today we dive into the SkiFree page on this episode of Weird Wikipedia. As you likely know, SkiFree is a computer skiing game that was released on Microsoft Entertainment Pack 3 in 1991. SkiFree was created by a Microsoft programmer named I'm sorry, I barely speak English, who was trying to learn the new Microsoft programming. He did this by converting an ancient VAX text game that he had written and converting it to the new software. That VAX skiing game was in turn inspired by the Atari 2600 skiing game that he had played in his youth. Now originally Chris had just thought that he was going to use this game for his own personal entertainment, and in probably the only time that a boss has ever been happy seeing an employee play a game instead of working, this guy knew that this game had to wind up on the new Microsoft Entertainment Pack. Now originally Chris proposed that the game be called WinSki, get it, Windows Skiing, and use this Windows thumbnail. However, some executive decisions were made and the game's name was changed to SkiFree, and a designer came up with this thumbnail, so probably for the best. And while this game was going on the Windows Entertainment Pack, it wasn't technically a Windows program because it had been designed by Chris in his own free time, which meant that they had to license it for something like he remembers like 100 shares of Microsoft stock. However, if we look at the math on that, while at the time that was kind of only around $100, if he had still held on to that stock to today, it could be worth over $28,000, which is, not great, but, still better than, 100, but once again, I don't know if he actually held on to it or not. So he states on his website, which is a hoot and a half if you want to step into a time machine, perhaps maybe a little too fun, that he did plan on updating the game, but he eventually lost the source code and got distracted with other projects, so it just ended up staying in the original state, which is why SkiFree has remained a pristine document of the early days of computers. So yeah, the gameplay is skiing freely, in fact. You got your 3 game modes, but you can just frankly go between them. Doesn't really matter. In fact, most of the charm just comes from how open this game is. There's not some twerp putting up an imaginary wall saying, ooh, you can't go there. SkiFree, don't care. You can actually just wiggle your way up beyond the starting line. Like imagine if you were playing Mario, and instead of just going right, you just went left because you felt like it, and the game let you do it. That's SkiFree. For this freedom, a lot of people say that this is the first casual game. Subway Surfers, eat your heart out. Because the game is so simple and there's not really any goal, you start to notice these weird, simple things that you probably wouldn't in any other game. Like, are those trees moving? Oh wait, the trees are moving. They have legs. Man, you could keep going after the game's finished. It really just doesn't care. That's the thing about these vintage games. There was just really this feeling of open... This moment right here has been permanently scarred on the memory of all the children who played this game in computer lab. This Yeti coming out and eating you alive. This game is not a free and easy life. You're not living in the cotton candy house. No, this game is a dark dive into the psyche of a warped Windows programmer. This is a twisted version of Sisyphus. Instead of pushing the boulder up the mountain only for it to crush you as it comes tumbling back down every day, you're the boulder and you're going right down into this monster's gullet. And there is no escape. You go up the mountain, it's waiting for you. You go down the mountain, it's waiting for you. And it doesn't matter how fast you go or how many jumps you hit, that monster's coming to get you. Oh, and if you outrun that one, guess what? There's another one waiting for you. Press F all that you want to. You die tonight. Chris doesn't say anything on his website why he created a snow demon to eat the poor skier, but he has received several profanity-laden emails about the subject. Because of the jarring ending and the lack of a usable search engine at the time of its creation, there were a lot of myths that surround SkiFree. Because there was no way to actually find out, it was like, yeah bro, if you type in the binary representation of Bill Clinton's name into the source code, bro, it lets you beat the Yeti, dude. I seen it, bro. Partly because of this mystery, SkiFree is actually one of the most fondly remembered games from this era of computer gaming. In fact, it eventually wound up on a Game Boy cartridge, but believe me, the original Windows is the superior model. Some people liked the game so much that they ended up writing fan fiction about it. Don't read that, though. Don't read that. This has been Professor Jelly. If you like this video and you want to see more Weird Wikipedia videos like it, make sure to subscribe.